this video, we'll be learning about how to carry a passenger on your bike. Okay, so before we start, I want to take a message to all you douchebags out there. I know it's really cool to have a girl on the back of your bike. A lot of girls are attracted to motorcycles. I don't know what it is, the power underneath.
The power underneath.
Don't try to overdo it. You know, the experience, the reason why they want to get on the back of the bike is, you know, the power of you being able to control it, the wind in their hair, how free you feel, being close to the one that's riding. All these things are going to make it that much more interesting. We don't want to be terrified and feel like we're going to fly off the back of the bike because you don't have control of power. Just remember, safety is important, and you don't need to go that extra mile to impress them. They're already impressed just by sitting there, even without the bike moving, trust me.
Yeah. We'll get to her. She'll be doing a majority of the video. But first, before we start on all the basics of it, I wanted to let you guys know the legality and what you need to do on your end before you carry a passenger. First of all, make sure you have your license, not your permit, because that's what it requires to carry a passenger. Have all your mechanical ordeal, you know, make sure your bike's in good working order, because you don't want it on you if you're irresponsible and you crash the bike because of that. And now, you know, just have it working all good. And the last thing is have all your protective gear. It's one thing if you're a douchebag or whatever, you don't want to ride with a helmet and be a pile of like rubbish on the side of the road. But if you're not going to give your passenger a helmet just because they're too cheap or you can't afford one, like get that before anything. Good boots, good shoes. She got some boots. Those are some good boots. And make sure you have all that because it's someone else's life. Also, check your motorcycle user book guide thing. See what your weight limit for your bike is, because you don't want to go over that weight limit. Say for this bike, maybe I think it's 350 or 375. So you got to see how much you weigh and how much your passenger weighs.
So first thing you need to have is your back pegs for your passenger. And if you do have them, just make sure they're put down so they have weight to get on. When you're getting on the bike, you got to remember to make sure your passenger gets on from the left to the right, because on the right side of the bike, it's really hot. You can steer off your leg if you can use the slightest touch of it. So make sure it's on through the left and then get off on the left side as well. I won't be wearing a helmet right now because it's 110 degrees and extremely humid. This jacket is actually killing me. So I won't be all geared up, but keep in mind that I am always safe. I always wear extra protective things that just in case I fall off the bike. So remember to wear your helmet.
Okay, so you as a rider, when you're waiting for the passenger to get on, it's going to be almost like a balancing act equivalent to, say, if you're in the pool and you've ever had like someone stand on your shoulders, like, you need to be ready. And they need to get on smooth and make sure they know you're ready before they get on, because you could seriously risk dropping the bike and it's going to be a bad day after that.
Keep your feet like glued to the pegs. Any little shift that you do from back here is going to affect the bike and affect the driver, and you can crash. So just keep in mind to keep your feet like glued onto the pegs at all times.
And then for the next part, I'm not on the bike or anything because I found it's harder to film that way. And you can see our lovely co-host here. But you hear a lot of people talking, oh, lean with the bike, lean with your rider, tilt your head this way, and they tell you all these things you have to remember. There's one simple thing that you need to remember is just keep your torso lined up. Have your passenger keep their torso lined up with your torso. As long as that's good, you don't need to do any additional leaning or anything. And if you have your hands on their torso anyways, which is where you want their positioning to be at.
Imaginary.
Imaginary. Or if you're a fat guy, way around. But yeah, there's just a torso. That's all you need to worry about, is if it's in the same position, you're fine. And I've had riders where they're like, oh, we're turning, and let's do like, whoa! And they're like knee out and everything, like leaning over. And the bike's like turning by itself without me even turning it, and that's really bad, especially if you're going faster around.
What you need to do is make sure that your passenger knows what you're doing at all times, whether you're accelerating or braking, because there's two bad things that can happen if they're not paying attention. If they're accelerating too fast, especially on a fast bike like this, they're not paying attention, they just look back this way, and then you're going to cause trauma, possibly an accident. So on the other hand, if you're braking, you could, all that momentum built up, it'll push you forward and shoving the driver forward. So to prevent that, the best thing that you could do is put your hands on the back of the tank. That way that pressure, you're able to hold yourself and you're not affecting the driver in any way.
This is an important part I want to add in about the braking power. When you have a passenger on, regardless, like she's really light, but still, when you're braking, it's going to basically cut the braking power in half. It's going to be equivalent to almost, I use an exaggeration, but stopping a plane on the runway, like shh, you have to brake way in advance.
On a final note, just remember to practice with your passenger before going on the main road. The clutch is going to be a little bit different. The weight distribution is going to affect a few things. So just try to remember to practice before actually trying it out. I'm going to keep this short because we don't like long videos. No one wants to sit there for 10 minutes watching a video about simple things. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, I have a YouTube channel with me and my sister. Check out the link down below. And this is BikesOmega. Do you see this? Do you see what he's making me wear? This is what he lets his passengers ride around on. Like, come on, wait until you see it. Oh my god! Do I look cool? Do I look sexy? I feel like my hair's in the way. Top Gun, ready for action. Alright, seriously, safety first. Doesn't matter how dorky you look. My head's not falling off, not today.
Get a full-faced helmet.
Full-face.
This is a demonstration.
Just so you know, when you're on the freeway with this helmet, as a passenger, your face just goes. Not even kidding. It's like legitimately what happened.
This is a demonstrative helmet. We don't really use this. We use a full-face helmet. This is just so we could talk with it on, show goofy. He's got this sitting in the garage. A fighter jet helmet.
Tiny little crappy glasses. I'm ready. I'm ready.